Hello, beautiful people. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made my no-dig garden bed row. Because I'm going to be making 4 of these, right? So let me see if I can give you guys a good angle. So this is that's my compost. That's my compost pile back there, and this is my garden bed right here. So let me give you guys a good little close-up of that real quick. All right, so here's the garden bed right here. Basically, it's sifted compost in the middle by 3 feet and wood chips on the side, which are 2 feet, because you want to have adequate walkway space. So when you're coming in here to plant stuff and dig at stuff, you have somewhere to stand, and you're not like breaking your back or trying to reach all the way over across something to reach a certain thing. And 3 foot wide is a reasonable length to reach back and forth across your beds. And I'm basically gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. But before I start laying my other ones down, I actually have to cut the grass. Because when you cut the grass with a no-dig bed, you're actually not doing any digging, and it's less labor intense. And don't get me wrong, it's labor intense doing a no-dig bed, but way less when you're opposed to digging it. And basically everywhere you see a stick is where I planted seeds, but as you can see, I have various greens popping up too. So when I make my liquid fertilizer, I basically use kitchen scraps to make it mixed with water, and I freeze them so they don't go bad or rot over time. And when the bag gets full, I basically make a bunch of liquid fertilizer. So some of these are actual seeds, and then I think some of these are actual maybe grass, but I'm waiting till they get a little longer before I start weeding them out and picking them out, because I did plant seeds and I don't want to pick the actual seeds out. This is my first time making a garden bed, so a lot of this is trial and error, right? And I'm learning as I go. So this front half is, I think, tomato seeds, and this is bell peppers, and back here I have actual strawberry seeds going as well too. But anyways, we're gonna have 4 beds, and this is the broad view of it. Like I said, there's gonna be 4 beds all across from here with 2 feet separation for walkway. Cause you gotta get in, around, and do maintenance and whatnot, pick out weeds and grass and all sorts, such and such. And over here, let me show you guys my compost. Over here is my compost bed. So in here is some dirt, some wood chips, worm castings, and just a bunch of pure organic matter and whatnot. So as you can see, it's pretty rich. Let me see if I can find any worms in here. It rained, so they're probably a little deeper, but this is just all pure good stuff. And it's all unsifted, that decomposes over time or whatnot, and just does wonders for your garden. I like making all my own stuff. I don't go to any of the box stores and buy any of that stuff, because it's not what you're gonna get at home, right? And cooking your food too is very important as well. So I mean, look at that stuff. Right now the top layer is a little ashy or whatnot, is because it's not as moist as the inside. But the deeper you get in that stuff, the more rich it's gonna get. And this is actually a pile that was, see this wood right here, it just breaks apart so easily because it's decomposing over time. So this pile was actually decomposing, I want to say going on 2 years now. And I just left it out in the front, and I eventually wanted to move it. And I'm kind of glad I left it where it was, because before I started gardening, I didn't know anything about it. And I've been doing research and learning so much stuff. And it's just like, man, the more you know, right? So this right here is basically what I'm gonna be using for all of my garden beds. I'm gonna have to sift out the wood chips, put them on the side, and then my garden bed goes, in the middle. There's gonna be 4 rows of it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't want to film all the labor intensive stuff, because that stuff is pretty straightforward. But if you guys want to see me do that, I can gladly make a video on how to do that or whatnot. But for the most part, let me take you guys back over here to the garden bed. Yeah, so for the most part, my beds are separated by sticks. So I have 12 sticks up there in the front, and then I have 9 in the middle, and then 3 right here for my rows of strawberry seeds that I actually planted. And as you can see, I think I got a strawberry seedling popping up right there. I know where I planted the stuff at, I just don't have it labeled because it's very minimum and whatnot. And like I said, these various grasses, these little grass things popping up, green heads popping up, I don't know if they're grass or seedlings, because like I said, when I make my liquid fertilizer, I make a seedless one and I make a seeded one. So the seeded one is with onion skins, bell peppers, and pretty much stuff that I cook with and I make veggie stock with. So when I get done making my stock, I blend that up too, and then I pour it out. What I should have done is poured it in the compost over there, so that way I wouldn't be confused about what all this, because I didn't plant anything right here, nothing. So maybe it's grass, maybe it's seeds, I don't know. But I want to wait till it gets a little longer before I start, you know, picking out and thinning stuff out and, you know, messing with stuff. Because right now it's still, and I haven't watered this yet, which I got to do before I go back inside, which I'm probably gonna do when I get done making this video. But for the most part, let me show you guys something else real quick. Whew. Okay, so basically that pile back there was all right, and I have 2 more piles that I gotta move to. That pile that I just showed you guys was all right here. Let me see if I can give you a good view of it. Was all right here. So I pretty much leveled this out and thinned it out, but the next 2 I have are over here. Whew. And them bad boys are big. And I do not feel like moving those. Not anytime soon. I'm gonna let those decompose over time and just make more pure compost that I can use in my garden bed. So I will see you guys in this area again pretty soon, giving you updates on what all those green heads were with that grass. So basically what happened when I first made this garden bed, I mowed the grass, right? I mowed the grass, and it was actually gonna rain that day. And it was like a thunderstorm, and there was wind and stuff blowing everywhere and a bunch of water and downpour. So maybe what happened is, maybe some of those, grass clippings or the seeds blew over there in that pile and got in that way. I really hope it's not grass. I don't feel like going there picking all that out, but we'll see. Other than that, I'll catch you guys in another video, and thanks for tuning in and checking with me, and hopefully we got some good news next time you see me. So later, and I'll catch you guys in another video.